fake humans, fake organic humans, fake android humans, background people, so many different terms. But the dynamics are not that simple. So many human bodies we see in mass populated areas, concerts and airports and tourist pictures, but are they really real? Are they organic? They're not. There are avatars, AI projections, androids, yes, but there's also a multidimensional dynamic that comes into our reality that we see. And as energy comes in and out, so flash comes in and out, there's a spectrum in between because of the collective consciousness itself that has to do with the earth reality and creating this physical reality. As in this physical reality, there needs to be a host. So there's consciousness, yes, but there needs to be a host. It's like hosting a website with GoDaddy. And what we're told about Earth and population, it's not true. I'm really told there's about 9 billion or 10 billion people. We're overpopulated and nowhere near the truth. The actual population of organic humans is 3.6 billion to 4.2. It fluctuates. And the overpopulation part that we hear, it's a propaganda. It's a propaganda by the governments to implement their own agendas and etc. But the rest of the humans on Earth are clones, androids, AI versions of consciousnesses, AI projections, certain shape-shifting beings, certain they come in here for quick visits and so forth. Quick visits, quick stays, as I say. So these extraterrestrial, extra-dimensional beings, they go in and out. They really come in when they need to. They visit for the purposes of their own research. Generally it's research and then they leave. And the term shapeshifters is a misunderstanding. How the actual shifting part works in certain beings within their own internal system who are visiting the earth. The energy of individual human can create crowds of hundreds and thousands of other humans in their own projected mind, and this can frame it both in physical reality and interactively at the same time. And it's done all the time. It's done because the human is unaware about it. It's how we're wired and programmed. And on Earth, we see the organic humans versus holograms, these chats, these debates versus clones, the reptilian shapeshifters, who is here. So the better question is to ask, and I've asked this question of different races, of 10,000 humans in an arena, at a concert, at an airport, somewhere, what's real? But the answer is that this depends on the region and the population. And if we're speaking about like small places versus big places, like city of Toronto where I live, or city of Miami or New York. In Toronto there's 3.5 million people. The largest arena is Scotiabank Arena for concerts and hockey and things like that. So if there's a sitting capacity of, let's say, 20,000 people, and the event, it says it's sold out, no more tickets, there's no 20,000 organic humans. Many of them are just projected consciousnesses. They're not real. In Miami, I have a house in Fort Lauderdale. In Miami, there's a place called Cassia Arena. It's got 20,000 seating, so 20,000 people can sit. But is there actually 20,000 organic physical humans? There's not. It's not how things work. So smaller areas, obviously smaller towns, are going to have a lot less of the background people. And the background people is something that the third eye can see. It's something that people taking into the fourth density can see. And it's very real. I've seen them. I've literally seen these humans. I mean, we could walk through them. We can put our hands and put it right through this person, and they would not even flinch because they're not real. They're not a hologram. They're a projected consciousness. And a lot of these AI projections that we see in our reality, matrix coding we see in our reality, cannot be seen by the naked eye. Humans cannot handle a simple loud thunderstorm or a blackout, electricity blackout for more than 45 minutes. How in the world are we going to handle concepts that 1/3 or 1/4 of the human population is not real? The fake humans, it's what I use, fake humans, background people. It's a real concept. Absolutely, it's part of this holographic world, this reality, this realm that we live in that's always controlled and managed by the custodians and then their bosses and then their predecessors and etc. And I think there's a wonderful lady, I'll say a wonderful lady because she's a great author, she's passed now, Dolores Cannon. And Dolores Cannon, I have 4 or 5 of her books. I've recommended these books to other people. One is The Convoluted Universe, another one is The Custodians of the Earth with the Zeta Reticuli beings. And she spoke often about the background people, not because she was a channeler, not because she had access to an extraterrestrial race in a contracted way. No, because she was overhearing and interviewing a lot of people in hypnosis state who have gone through regressions where their higher selves, so soul, would inform the information of what's happening with this human. She wasn't speaking to extraterrestrials. This is a misunderstanding about Dolores Canyon. Wonderful author, wonderful lady, great speaker, but she was speaking to the fractals of the consciousness belonging to each human, each patient, each one of her clients. And she even talked about the background people back in the 80s and in the 90s. But yeah, as far as the population is concerned, presently on Earth, right now as of 2025, there's somewhere in the vicinity of 3.6 to 4.2 billion organic born actual humans. The rest is everything from projections, avatars, insertions, AI, of course, shapeshifters, visiting races that can look at a human and just copy themselves as that human. They could be a tree if they want. They could be a light post. They can be a bench on the road. They can be a fucking apple hanging off of a tree. But if they want to be something, they have that technology built within themselves in order to shift into anything that they see. So the background people concept, fake humans, this isn't anything new. This has been in the channeling industry for a long time, explained and channeled by authentic channelers that don't make up fairy tale stories, how they talk to some galactic federations, but no, actual races that have contracts with humans. Yeah, the background people term has been really used for a long time, even before Dolores Canyon. It's a very, very real thing.